Alright, what's going on, y'all? It's Cooper here, one half of FCSN. Is that time of the week to break down the Heisman Watch, where I give you guys my top 4 and then my next 4 on the overall Heisman Watch. Before I jump into that though, the college football top 25 poll comes out tonight at 7:30 Eastern on ESPN. Let me know in that comment section below what you think, expect to see from it, how it will compare to the AP poll, and just your overall opinions on it once it comes out. I'm not really sure what to expect. I'm really looking forward to it. I might make a video depending on how drastic it is. If it's really close to the AP poll, I'm probably not gonna make a video on it if it's just kind of consistent with that. But if it's way out there, I might make a video breaking that down. Anyway though, let's go ahead and jump right into the Heisman Watch and give you my top 4 and the next 4. At the number 4 overall spot, I've got Ameer Abdullah. I've been flipping back and forth with him and Melvin Gordon all year long, and Ameer Abdullah last week, it did it for me. I think he had around near 300 total yards, 4 touchdowns. Dude is just putting the team on his back, and his team has 1 loss compared to Melvin Gordon's team's 2 losses. Yes, Ameer Abdullah did not come up big time when his team needed most. He had 24 carries for 45 yards versus Michigan State, but besides that, he's played outstanding. 1 loss in Nebraska, and he's just been putting up big numbers. It's hard to deny Ameer Abdullah the 4th overall Heisman spot. Moving on up, we get number 3 spot. We've got Amari Cooper of Alabama. Before you say, oh, this wide receiver's better than him, oh, this wide receiver's better than him, take Amari Cooper off Alabama. Where is that passing game? What is Blake Sims doing? Amari Cooper is Alabama's passing game, and the dude is a beast, putting up big time numbers. And last week versus Tennessee, he just went off. I believe he had 185 yards the first half of the first quarter, something crazy like that early on in that game, and he went off to have a big day. Amari Cooper is just, the Alabama passing game relies on him. He's such a pivotal guy for his team, and that's what the Heisman's about to me. If you mean that much to your team and your team is winning games, that's how you get on my Heisman Watch. Amari Cooper, number 3 overall spot. Moving on to number 2, I've got Marcus Mariota. He had a big time game versus Cal. Wasn't a defensive game at all. Got a back and forth scoring, and he threw his first pick of the season. But hey, it's his first pick of the season. That's very efficient for Marcus Mariota. I just don't think he's the number 1 guy right now. He's strong number 2, and he's gonna be strong at number 2 spot. And maybe Dak Prescott loses the game and has a bad game. Marcus Mariota is right back at the top of this thing. He's had a great year throwing the football. And then number 1 overall spot, we got Dak Prescott. He didn't have his best game versus Kentucky, but he had some big-time runs. He had broken some tackles, made some Heisman-like plays. It was a little bit of a trap game. A very tough team in Kentucky. Has been a pain in everybody's side in the SEC. I think they may upset somebody by year's end. And Dak Prescott just came out, and he made the plays he needed to make. He made some crazy plays, like I said. Overall, he was a little bit inconsistent, overthrew some balls. And then I think he was banged up on his knee a little bit later in that game, so he wasn't able to run as effectively. But nonetheless, he had himself a great day, and I expect him to lead this Heisman Watch going into the rest of the season as Mississippi State continues to win games. They lose a game, this could change, but if you're the quarterback for the number 1 team in the country and you're putting up big numbers and making big times play for them, it's tough to deny you that Heisman overall top spot. With that said, though, I'm going to go ahead and give you my next 4. Alright, so here's my top 4. At the number 8 overall spot, do not sleep on this guy, Trevone Boykin. TCU, I thought their playoff hopes were done when they blew that lead versus Baylor. If they didn't blow that lead for Baylor, Trevone Boykin is in maybe the top 4 for the Heisman Watch, and TCU is a lock for the playoff. They're in that top 4. Nonetheless, though, their season is still alive, and he is playing outstanding. Trevone Boykin quietly having a great season, starting to get some national attention. I'm starting to take notice. And Trevone Boykin deserves to be in this 8th overall spot. Well, he deserves to be a little bit higher. It's just tough to put him over some of these guys, but as TCU continues to win, I think he'll move his way up. I'm not going to just throw somebody in there for the first time and have him number 3, number 4. Trevone Boykin, solid number 8, and I think this guy has a chance to really move himself up as the season goes on. Moving to number 7 spot, we got Everett Golson coming off a bye, so you didn't have a chance to improve his stock any, but he's had a solid body of work so far. Played pretty well in that game versus Florida State, top 5 team. Didn't come out in that one, but they had a solid showing, and the rest of the season he's been outstanding outside of his turnovers. I think if Notre Dame continues to win, they might be in the playoff as well, and I think that he can boost his stock with that. Moving on to the next one, at the number 6 overall spot, Melvin Gordon. Him and Abdullah, like I said, have been tearing up the Big Ten. These guys, you can go back and forth all day. Who do you think is better? Melvin Gordon, you can't deny the man's a beast, putting up big-time numbers. I expect him to nonetheless the rest of the season. Only thing that really hurts him, though, is his team has 2 losses, a bad loss to Northwestern and it's not looking like they're going to be the Big Ten or be a national championship contender at that. So I think he deserves consideration for the great player that he is, but because his team success isn't as high, I think it's similar to like an Andre Williams type situation last year. Dude's a beast. Team isn't that great. Well, they're good. They're good. Wisconsin's a good team. It's not a great team. Move on to number 5 in the world spot. We got Jameis Winston. Hate on it all you want. This dude's made plays when his team is needed to. By no means do I think Jameis Winston will win this award. I've reiterated this time after time. But he deserves consideration. You can't deny the raising Heisman winner a spot like this when he's playing a not as great as he did last year, but a pretty solid year, and he's come up clutch in big games. Jameis Winston definitely deserves maybe a top 4, top 5 around that area consideration. I think he'll get invited to New York, but I think because of that integrity factor, he will not get enough votes to even really do that top 4. But you can't leave Jameis Winston out. Reigning Heisman Trophy winner, put up numbers, doing big things for number 2 Florida State Seminoles. With that said, though, let me know in the comment section below what you thought of my top 4. Leave your top 4 in the comments. Like the video if you enjoy it, and subscribe for more videos like this. Follow me on Twitter at CooperFCSN for updates when I'll be uploading. You just want to talk, discuss college football, or anything like that. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice rest of your day, and this is Cooper signing out.